Hey YouTube, how's it going? Over Dragons here, bringing you my latest Orcust profile. I've actually put a Mekk Knight engine into it and been playtesting. It's working really well. I'm really enjoying it. So I thought I'll bring it to you guys so you can see how it looks and how it works. So without further ado, let's jump into the profile. And you can see I've got some of the Stay Classy field centers, so I'll just push them up there so not to take over. So just to begin, start off with the Orcust part of the profile. So I'll play 3 Gearsu, best starter in your deck, really good. I'll play 1 Brass Bombard, 1 Symbol Skeleton, 1 Nightmare, the 1 Wand, the 1 Return, and the 1 Crescendo. And that's sort of the Orcust lineup. Gearsu is like definitely your best starter card, like just dumps to the graveyard. It can generate a token, basically make a Galatea for free, which is really good. Bombard, I actually just play just in case you've got like a Nightmare or Symbol Skeleton in your hand and you just need a way to get it out. So, or even the Wild One, to be honest. So it's just a good way of unbricking your hand and getting cards out your hand. The 1 Return, you know, just in case the Crescendo is already in your hand, you just need another target. But yeah, that's it for the lineup. It works out quite well. Don't need to overcomplicate it because you're playing sort of like a heavy control style type deck. So like that's kind of all you need. And then for the Mekk Knight kind of profile part, I'll play 3 of the purple, 1 blue, 1 indigo. And then I'll play the 2 World Legacy Memory, 1 World Legacy Succession, and then 2 World Legacy Secret. So really enjoying this little lineup. Like I ideally want to open my hand with like a Gearsu and a Nightfall, and then you can kind of make a full combo from there and it works out quite well. And you basically end up on your board with like a Galatea, a Dingirsu, and then your back row set, and then you can just kind of go from there. I play World Legacy Secret just to have another disruption. And it's an easy trade out for your side deck, like if you're going to end up going second, because obviously the Mekk Knights just help you go second and you can just put in a bunch of hand traps. So it's an easy side out. But it worked really well. Like, I was more surprised than anything, like how well this little engine worked for me. So, really good little engine. I'll play the Indigo just to have that extra disruption. And just like, it's quite easy to search off blue as well. So yeah, quite good. And then I've got a very small spell lineup, like sort of outside of the engine. So I just got 2 Pot of Prosperity and 1 Foolish Burial. Just if you need a dump, like even if it's for like the World Legacy Secrets, or you need to dump like an Orcust monster, like it's there. It's just easy. And Pot of Prosperity just to dig for your deck, just to kind of get to the cards you need. So nice and simple. And then the only hand trap I'm actually playing is just 3 Ash. Once again, easy side out depending what you're playing against. Like if it's not that high impact, you can just put something else in. So just nice and easy. Then the next is sort of the bulk of the deck, which is like a heavy trap format. So I've got 3 Divine Wrath, 3 Torrential Tribute, 3 Infinite Impermanence. Then you got 3 Solemn Strike, 2 Judgment, and 2 Ice Dragon Prisons. It is a heavy trap lineup, but it works really well. Like the idea of the deck is you just want to disrupt your opponent, and then because you're actually just playing like 8 counter traps, like your opponent can't really respond to that, which is really good. So then, unless they've sort of got a judgment sent, but most likely you're not because you're trying to go first. So it just works out well. And then if you're siding and obviously your opponent thinks she wants to go first again, you can literally just side out a lot of the traps and just put in loads of hand traps instead. So it's really flexible with the deck to just switch from going like first to going second. So it just works out really well. But that's the main deck profile. It works out to 41 cards. Yeah, I always sort of play one over. So 41 cards, nice and easy. Goes quite well. Moving on to the extra deck, I've got 2 Galatea, 1 Longirsu, and 2 Dingirsu. Pretty standard, pretty much for any sort of Orcust deck you see, so not too much to explain there. You will kind of go into 2 Galatea in your first turn though, So if you want, you can trade out the other Gearsu for like for another Galatea if you really want, but it's up to you. And then for the Mekk Knight side, I actually just play one Mekk Knight Morningstar and one Lib. Mekk Knight tends to be one of your prosperity targets just to get your search, but the other reason I actually quite like having it in the deck is because if I want to search for like the trap card and stuff, it's really good to have in your hand. Sorry, it's really good to summon. And then Lib's really good to summon, obviously, for the shuffle away. So, you know, just kind of gives you options. And I think that's the other thing I really enjoyed about the deck when I played it, is that you're not going to go into like the same combo plays every time. Like, you can be really flexible, which is quite nice. One Link Rebo, one IP Masquerena, one Barricade Board Blocker, one Nightmare Phoenix, one Nightmare Unicorn, and then just to try and close out the game, one Bolt of Dragon, one Goddess, and then finally one Zeus if you need to clear the board. Extra deck's quite flexible. Like, you sort of go into your Orcust plays as the main thing, so you are really flexible with the extra decks, so you can sort of take some of this stuff out. Like, it's not a typical Orcust profile where you sort of try and go into IP Masquerena and set a Babel. Like, I don't even play Babel in the deck. So it is quite flexible in how you can do it. So, but this is what I use. It worked out quite well for me. Obviously, everyone has their own preferences, but this is just sort of my profile. Feel free to change it up or see what you'd rather put in instead. But yeah, that's the profile. I hope you enjoyed. It is a really good deck. I actually quite enjoy it. I'm just going to keep messing around with it, see how far I can take it. Like, see what locals and stuff I can do, and just go from there. Cool. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and comment and subscribe, and see you next time.